Yeah. Yeah, guys, good evening. So, last class we had discussed vSphere, cluster, and cluster services, HA and DRS, right? These are the topics we had discussed yesterday. Hmm? And yeah, so what is HA, guys? What is DRS? DRS stands for Distributed Resource Scheduler. So, in the cluster, if the RAM and CPU utilization is very high on any one of the ESXi, the VMs will evacuate, VMs will migrate into the another ESXi, wherever the RAM and CPU utilization is very less. So in this way, we can provide the better performance to customer. As we know, right, if the RAM is running overloaded, even our mobiles also will work in a very slow way, right? So it applicable for the virtual machines also, any computers. Okay, so this is called DRS, and we know how to enable the DRS. We just need to focus the cluster, and we need to go to the configure, and there we can see the main services called vSphere DRS and vSphere availability, that is called vSphere HA. So both will be in turned off state whenever you are opening the VMware HVL app. So you just need to enable. So how to enable? Just click on edit and turn on the DRS. Just turn on. See, DRS turned on. So here we have DRS automation levels. As I told you guys, if you will select DRS automation level as fully automated, DRS itself will, you can see here that definition. DRS automatically places virtual machines into hosts at powered on state, and virtual machines are automatically migrated from one host to another host to optimize the resources utilization. It means whenever the RAM and CPU utilization is very high, this DRS will monitor and it will migrate from high loaded ESXi to another ESXi. We no need to touch base here. So if you will choose the partial automated option, DRS automatically places into host that VM1, but migration recommendation need to be manually applied. It means the DRS will give an alert to us under the cluster. Here under the summary, you will get the alert. Particularly ESX7 is running out of RAM, running out of CPU. So at that time, you need to come back and you need to manually migrate the VMs from one ESXi to another ESXi. Okay. So in DRS, last day we missed one option that is called power management. This one no one will use, but this will be there. It means distributed power management, guys. Power management, DPM means distributed power management. If you will enable the distributed power management, and now we have, okay, we have, for an example, two ESXIs. 1, 2. Here, maximum 20 VMs can run, like approximately. Here also maximum 20 VMs can run. So here, some 3 VMs are running. Here, some 6 VMs are running. So when you will enable the DPM, so at that time, these 6 VMs will get the power from here, not from here. So it will be in sleep mode. So that power consumption will be less. So we can save the power consumption. So no one will use, but in some scenarios, if the customer is asking, we have only how to say, we have only like two ESXIs. Customer is saying the power consumption is very high. one ESXi is enough, right? So keeping 90 virtual machines. Why we need to run two ESXis on two physical servers? So probably the physical servers will consume the power and we will give the power bill at the data center level. So at that time, we will use this DPM, distributed power management. Both ESXs will be in up and running, but so when you will enable this TPM option, so at that time, so these 9 VMs can accommodate in one ESXi, right? So probably from this ESXi only, these all VMs will get the resources, compute resources, RAM and CPU. So another ESXi will be in sleep mode. It will be in powered on state, but sleep mode. If any issue like this ESXi is getting failed or some issue, at that time again it will awake. No need to inform to this ESXi, just get up. Automatically it will understand. The vCenter will inform to this ESXi. Another ESXi is in trouble, just wake up. It will wake up. This is how the DPM will work. Is that clear, guys? I'm asking. Please let me know. Is that clear?
Yes, Samant.
Yeah. So here is all about DRS and just a minute. Cancel. But I will try to put it in fully automated. Okay. And now, yesterday we missed to see the HA enable option. So I'm just enabling this option, just clicking on. So see how it is in 30 on state. Let it be. Okay. So as I told you yesterday, guys, when you will turn on the HA, so at that time, the HA agent is called, who is the HA agent, guys? Who is the HA agent?
VPXL.
No. HA. VPXA is a vCenter mini agent. I'm asking you HA agent. Day before yesterday class I covered. FDM, Fault Domain Manager. When you will enable the HA, at that time, this FDM will install in each and every ESXi. Then election process will happen according to the whichever the ESXi connected with maximum data stores, that ESXi elect as a primary ESXi, okay, and remaining ESXi elect as a secondary. Earlierly, we used to call primary ESXi as a master and remaining ESXis as a slaves. But now the namings convention changed. The primary ESXi will looks like primary ESXi. Okay, so once the election process is done, the primary ESXi will communicate with each and every ESXi within the cluster. Like it will do the self ping and normal health beat ping towards to all the ESXis. So whichever the ESXi is not responding to that pings, the primary ESXi will understand that the particular ESXi is having some issue, it is going to fail. Probably if that issued ESXi is getting failed means probably on top of that what whichever the VMs are running, those VMs will be in trouble. So probably this HA will trigger and it will do the restart the migrations into another ESXi from that failing ESXi. In that way, we can provide the high availability to the virtual machines to customer. So the difference between HA and DRS, in DRS, VMs will do live migrations, but in HA, VMs will restart, but it won't take much time. immediate, just like immediate action. Okay. So once this HA is configured with HA, I can show you, but still it is in progress, but let me try. So in ESXi2, we have one VM, two VM, and ESXi here, one VM. So what I will do, I will just put this host into maintenance mode. Maintenance mode in the sense, I will tell you in upcoming class, maintenance mode is nothing but whenever we are doing some maintenance, like this ESXi also operating system. So we need to update that operating system and we need to do some maintenance. At that time, we will put this host into maintenance mode. Okay. So see, when I will put the host into maintenance mode, what is going to be happen? HA not yet enabled fully, but let me try. Yeah. So I kept the host into maintenance mode, right? All the VMs will migrate into another ESXi. It is automatic work. In real time, this ESXi will go down, but I can't make this ESXi go down, right? So I'm just making the host into maintenance mode. Probably the HA will restart these VMs into another ESXi. One VM already went, another VM is in progress. Let it be. This is how it works. Okay, is that clear? You can do the practice. Yes, I'm asking, is that clear?
Yes.
Yeah. And now the important option that is called, these all you guys no need to check. These all will be in a default. No one will ask you. In HA, they will ask you HA and the working functionality and what is admission control policy. It is very important. Okay. Admission control policy. So what it does mean? Hmm? Any idea, guys?
No.
Okay. Now, just example, we have two cruise controls, like two ships. So each ship capacity is 100. 100 people can travel. Here also 100 people can travel. Here already 50 people are there. 50 people are traveling. So still 50 people can accommodate. Listen carefully. And here 60 people are there. So here maximum 10 people can accommodate. Now, due to some technical issue, due to some other issue, one of the ship started sinking into the water. So what about these 50 people? What they will do? I'm asking you guys, please respond. I will repeat. We have two ships. Each ship capacity 100 passengers. In ship 1, 50 people are there. Ship 2, 60 people are there. So ship 1 started sinking into the water. So these people, what they will do? They will try to evacuate into another ship, right? Like major one, these both ships are traveling side by side, just 10 meters. What they will do? 50 people will start evacuating to this ship, right? So here only 40 people can accommodate, but 50 people will try to jump. This is our human psychology. They will not care about the things. They need their own life. They need to keep their life in safer side. Everyone will evacuate. Probably 60 plus 50, how much? 110. this ship also will start sync, right? You got my point? You guys got my point or not?
Yes, yes.
So why I said that example? Now we have ESXi1, ESXi2. Here 100 VMs can accommodate. Now only 50 are there. Here also 100 VMs can accommodate. Now 60 are there. So now probably due to some ESXi issue or hardware issue, this ESXi failed. So HA, what it will do? It will restart this 50 ESXis into available nearby ESXi. So 60 plus 40 can be accommodated, but extra 10 VMs are coming. So RAM and CPU utilization is very high, will be very high at that time. So the results would be this ESXi also will get failed, right? So to avoid these situations, we have the admission control policy. Admission. So this HA will do the admission. So wherever we have the capacity constraint, like this scenarios only, it will be enabled. So it will be enabled based on 2 ways, 3 ways, as you can see here. See, slot policy, powered on VMs. If you will select this one, okay. So whenever you're trying to, whenever the HA is trying to migrate these 50 VMs, so it will see out of 50 VMs, how many VMs are powered on state, how many VMs are powered off state. So whichever the VMs are in powered on state at that time, that powered on VMs only, this HA will migrate to another ESX. The importance. Okay. So another option is called cluster resources per percentage. This one no one will use actually. This means this cluster, within this cluster. Okay. So we need to set up this one, like CPU capacity 50%, reserved failover memory 50%. So if you put this 50%, 50%, whenever the utilization is hitting 50%, according to that, how many VMs can be accommodated to another ESXi? Those VMs only will accommodate. Rest all VMs will be here only. Okay. And third option is dedicated failover host. So for an example, we know you're ending up with your shift and you're seeing some error. This ESXi is one is going to fail. You're just assuming that. So to avoid the VM's failover also, you will select the ESXi and you will click on OK. At the time, so this ESXi will be monitored through the HA. All VMs will be accommodated into the another ESXi. This is how the admission control policy will work. Is that clear? Guys?
Yes, someone.
Yeah, perfect. And now, so I hope everyone have your computers. So Mia, what is your computer processor name? Any idea?
No idea. I have to check someone. I think Intel on.
Intel only. Okay. Intel. Karthik, yours? Karthik, yours? Sangeeta, Munira? Intel, Sangeeta. i5, Intel i5 processor. Okay. See, now in this cluster, we have 2 ESXis which are running on the physical server. So this is the processor type, Intel. This ESXi also Intel. Suppose this ESXi with Intel and this ESXi with a different processor. At that time, remember guys, the VM's migration will not happen. Either These two processors should be same. In worst scenario, you have one ESXi with Intel, you have another ESXi with another processor. At that time, the VM's movement, that is called vMotion we called. Tomorrow I am going to cover that topic only. That migration will not work. See, this ESXi went to maintenance mode, VMs will be 0. Why? Because HA moved all these VMs to here only. If I'll remove this ESXi from maintenance mode, probably that VMs will again rebalance. Okay, so continuing my thing, this ESXi is running with Intel and ESXi2 is running with some AMD processor. At the time, this VM's migration will not happen, guys. So at the time, what we can do? What we can do, guys? Here is the option that is called enhanced vMotion. EVC means enhanced vMotion capability mode. So we need to enable, for an example, we have Intel and AMD processors. Okay, so at the time we just need to select this EVC. Okay, this one will not support. Why? Because we have Intel processor based ESXi. If you don't have, if you have different processors, at that time we need to select this mode. That's it. So many will be there. We need to check that AMD processor is with generation i5, 6, 7, whatever the generation is running now. Fourth generation is the latest one from AMD processor. So if you have AMD processor, you need to select this one. That's it. And you need to click on OK. But these are not compatible. Why? Because we have Intel resource processors only. That's why. But this is the way. In interview, they will ask you, I have the ESXi with Intel and I have another ESXi with AMD. So now I wanted to do the VM's migration. Is that possible? We need to say, yes, it is possible. But before that, you need to enable EVC option. EVC is the option when you will enable the EVC in between the cross-functional processor-based ESXi's, we can do the virtual machines migrations. So this is the class today. So far, I had covered the pending HA
Second, Samant, can you go back to the HOF?
Yes, please.
You told that we have to right click on the VMs, whichever is to be cloned, right?
Yeah,
Same
right click.
process, we can do it on the actions also, no?
Actions.
Here, next to that, we find no right side.
Yes. See, I told you 2 ways we can do. If you will right click on this, you will get the same options here. You will click on the actions, you will get the same options.
Okay.
Yeah. So say both ways.
Okay.
Both ways we can do. In a real time also I said, like when we were installing the ESXi, when we deployed the new virtual machine through ESXi, at that time, right, just clicked on the ESXi virtual machine and right click, you will get the same options. Here also you will get the same options. But
Okay.
through vCenter, we will get vCenter features such as migrate, clone, fault tolerance, template. These are all the things. Clear?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So today I covered DRS and HA pending topics and EVC. And tomorrow I will cover EFT and vMotion and SV motion. So vMotion, SV motion, both are migration only. We used to call vMotion separate, SV motion separate, and FT nothing but fault tolerance. These are the major ways. So once we complete these topics, only we are left with updates, upgrades, and some real-time tasks. Okay. So these are the pending topics. Maybe probably within next week we can end up the things. And if you guys need, I can take extra class also. That's not a big deal for me. But make sure if anything is missing from my end, please do let me know so that I will cover those topics. And another one is there, I'm sorry. Memory management techniques. These are the pending ones. Okay. Any doubts, guys? Please let me know. If you guys don't have any doubts, yeah, we can discuss why, because I do have some urgency with my production work. Please do the practice. Don't be quiet. And so yesterday also I had discussed with each and everyone who one-to-one call. Please do the practice. Please keep the progress up to date so that we will be good. And maybe tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Friday, I will share the resumes, sample resumes. You can keep check those resumes. Why I wanted to share? If you are checking those resumes, you will get to know what are the day-to-day activities you will do under the roles and responsibilities, and you can understand what are the topics you guys covered. So whenever you are sitting in front of the interviewer will concentrate on your resume points under roles and responsibilities. If you are clear, if you are good with those topics, then he will ask cross-functional questions. Okay. So this is all about today's class. So I will post this class in our channel and I will update you guys. Just go through and do the practice. Let's get ready for tomorrow's class. Okay. Chalo guys. Thank you so much. Have
Thank
a
you.
good, yeah,
Thank you.
have a good evening. Yeah.